Hey guys, my name is Willow and right now we're on my farm in Nashville, and I was planning on doing a little bit of a farm vlog today, but things have kind of taken a bit of a turn. Right now, we are about to be experiencing a pretty severe thunderstorm. There are tornado warnings and watch under place, so we are gonna prep the horses and the barn to make it through the weather pretty much. The storm wasn't supposed to roll in until about 2 p.m., but it's 10 a.m. now, and as you can see, it's already raining, so we gotta get on this. I've gotta go ahead and feed horses, get the stalls all set up, and make sure everyone is tucked in and safe for the weather. So let's get it done. What a good boy. Okay, we got Santi. That was easier than I thought it was gonna be. A lot of times when weather starts rolling in, horses start acting really crazy. So luckily he stayed calm and trusted me and let me go ahead and get him. And he's coming in really nice and easily. So hopefully this won't be too bad. It's raining already, but hopefully we have a few minutes before the bad weather really starts. Come on. Come on, bud. Good boy. Santi's up in his stall now. Sven's right here. Sven's not the easiest to put in his stall. We'll see. We'll see if he'll just go on in. I don't know. Come on, buddy. Oh yeah. Rain's starting to pick up for sure. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Going in there. So the first thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and give them their breakfast. I was trying to let them spend as much time out this morning as possible. Like I said, the storm wasn't supposed to hit until later this afternoon, so we're kind of just, you know, ad-libbing at the moment and doing whatever's best for the horses. Mixing up Santi's breakfast. He's obsessed with his food these days. I've been giving him Gut X and Osteomax from 100X Equine, and he's obsessed with it. He's a little bit of a picky eater sometimes, but he absolutely loves this stuff. So I like giving him something that I know he's excited to eat. Never seen him so happy to eat his food every day. So when it comes to storms, there's kind of two different camps of people. Some people think it's better to leave them out and let them kind of run around and fend for themselves. And then some people prefer to have their horses up in the barn whenever a storm comes through. And the reasoning behind it being kind of a difficult question is when a horse is in the barn, then they're trapped. And so if a tornado or something were to strike the actual barn, then they wouldn't be able to get out of the barn. But if a horse is out, then, you know, they can kind of run around and get away from flying debris. But we actually lost a horse this past summer to a lightning strike during a severe storm, and we had a negligent caretaker who did not put the horses up that day. And so I will always be on team putting the horses up, just because I think lightning is too big of a risk to ignore, in my opinion. I want to, especially today, I'm gonna be on the property the whole time, so I'll be watching the barn and we'll be ready to assist in case anything does happen to the barn itself, but I always think it's better to have them safe and secure. So I'm gonna just, oh, hello. I'm just gonna go ahead and put an extra bag of shavings in his stall now, since he's gonna be up for quite a while. My plan is to keep him up for the rest of this afternoon and then maybe overnight, depending on if it looks like there's still a risk of storms over the evening. And normally I use straw or hay to bed his stalls, but this time he just got his shoes pulled on his front feet, so they're a little softer than usual, and I want to make sure that any pee or any water in the stall gets absorbed really nicely. So we're gonna do a bag of shavings as well, in addition to his normal bedding. You watching? I wanted to do this before he came into his stall, but you know, the storm went ahead and showed up several hours early, so Santi's gonna be part of getting his stall ready today. What do you think about that? What do you think about it? We just kind of dump it and then kick it around a bit. He always pees in the same spot, so it makes it really easy to keep his stall nice and clean. He poops in the back corners and he pees in this area right here. So it's pretty simple to keep his stall clean and dry because he's very predictable. We're gonna go see that. Hey, don't eat your dirty hay. That's your sleeping hay, not your eating hay. There's a difference. So the rain has taken a little bit of a break. It's picking up again, but I want to go ahead and take his little boots off before the weather gets bad so that he's just nice and extra comfy in here. His stall is super clean and dry, so it's a nice environment for him to be barefoot in for a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that before storms get bad. Come here. Right, come on, buddy. Come on. This is the last time you're coming out of that stall for a while. You're gonna be in there for the long haul now. I'm just gonna put him in the cross ties here and get him nice and secure to take these little boots off. And we're gonna just see, we took his shoes off yesterday. My farrier is currently in California, so he can't come out to give him a trim yet. But we went ahead and took the shoes off. They were mostly coming off on their own, but went ahead and took them off for his comfort and ease. Oh, there we go. That looks so much better than it did yesterday already. Wow. His feet have dried and hardened up quite a bit, so that's really good to see. And there's no signs of thrush in there. So that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and take these off, and then he'll be good to spend the afternoon up in his stall. Whoa, come on. Whoa, easy. You're okay. There we go. Good boy. You on your toes? On your bare feet now? I'm doing good. It's good to give him a little bit of love before the storm comes in too. Give him a little attention and a good snuggle. Mwah. Good boy, Santi. So the shoes are off, and now it's time for him to get all settled in. He's got, so this is the hay feeder actually. I hung it up now. This is the hay feeder that I got from Hay Chicks that I did in the unboxing, and it's amazing. It fits half a bale of hay in there, which is just plenty for him to have. So I don't have to worry about anything, any problems of him running out of hay or anything. He has got plenty in there, and I love my little system. That's my hay storage over there, and I have this little cut-through window, and so I've been just climbing up to the top of my hay pile and tossing it right over, which is super, super easy. Oh, what you doing? You want some snuggles? Such a character. You're so silly. So silly. So now we're gonna go back to the hay area, and we're gonna load up a hay net for Sven. So this is where I keep all of my hay back here. And Sven's stall doesn't really have the space for a full-on hay feeder in it, so we do nets anytime he goes up. He doesn't really spend a lot of time in his stall. Gets a little bit anxious in there, so we like to keep him out as much as possible, just for his own good. But today, since there are tornadoes coming, he's gonna be in with Santi. Santi, on the other hand, loves his stall. He's so funny. Like, he just genuinely enjoys just being in his stall and snuggling. We put a fan in there for him, and in the summer, whenever he gets hot, he goes in there and he turns the fan on by himself and just stands in there with his fan. So he's a man that likes modern amenities. There we go. That is nice and full. I got quite a bit of hay in there, actually. I got about half a bale in there, so that'll definitely last him the whole afternoon, and then should last him overnight as well, in case the storms don't go away. There we go. I always feel like Santa Claus when I'm hauling hay around. It's so ridiculous. Come here, Spen. I got some good stuff for ya. Come on. Of course, he's eating the bedding. Santi, you already have a hay net. You have all the hay you could possibly need over there. So don't steal your roommate's hay. Hey, easy there, bud. Well, it's a little squirrely. So they are both all set up in their stalls. They have hay, they have water, they have bedding. They've got everything they need to weather the storm. So yeah, I hear some thunder is starting to roll in already. I'm gonna go inside for now, but I'm gonna keep on coming back out and checking on them, refilling waters as needed, giving them more hay if they need it, and just, you know, making sure that everybody stays safe. So I'll keep you updated on how things go. So there's been a little bit of a break in the storms. I came back out to the barn to check on everybody. The bad news is the storm has come through Kentucky, and it seems like 2 farms up in Lexington have already been completely demolished. So I'm hoping it loses steam before it gets down here, or hopefully we don't have a direct hit, but I'm definitely a bit nervous at the moment. Sven has been having a party in his stall. It looks like he tore his hay net down and threw the hay like all over the place. So I'm gonna have to come in here and see if I can straighten this out at all. It's a bit of a disaster. He seems pretty calm though. Normally he freaks out when he's in his stall for too long. So, oh yeah, he did a great job here. I guess I'm gonna just stick this back in because this is all still nice, good, clean hay. Hey, what are you doing? He's trying to chew on his leg. All right. This one is definitely a character, that's for sure. So I've got Sven out of his stall. I'm taking him on a walk. Santi's here too. Just taking them on a little bit of a walk. It did stop raining for a second. Now it's raining again. Sven looks like he might be getting a little bit of a tummy ache, so I want to just stay on top of that and get him moving around a little bit before it gets too bad. But I think we're gonna have to go inside now because I don't want us to be at risk of lightning out here. So we'll walk him back in. Santi's so funny. He's just following Sven like a couple of little elephants. It's really starting to come down out there now. Hope it doesn't get too much worse than this. I don't know. It's 1 o'clock now, so I think it's starting to finally get over here. Santi, hey. Cannot do that. Every time I leave this halter hanging right there, he always grabs it and pulls it into his stall and starts throwing it around. Having himself a little party. You can't do that. You can't. You can't. I'm sorry. So we are back out at the barn now. This has been quite the day. It's been an emotional roller coaster. But the good news is everyone survived. There were no tornadoes in our area, which is really good. The storms were really intermittent throughout the day. There was several times where it was raining super hard and a lot of lightning, and then it was sunny just a few minutes after, and then raining and lightning again. Seems like the bulk of the storm hit Lexington though, which is really, really sad. There were a lot of barns and a lot of horses that were hit and affected, so my heart goes out to all of them. I hope that everything works out well for the people in Lexington. Luckily, Santi and Sven are doing all right. They've been up for the whole day. Our tornado watch just came off about 30 minutes ago. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn Sven out. I'm gonna leave Santi up for the night still though, because I don't want his feet getting too wet overnight and soft. So that's where we're at with everything. Thank you guys so much for coming along for the ride with us today. It's been an interesting day, definitely not what I expected. But yeah, make sure you're subscribed to see lots more farm and horse vlogs coming up, and I'll see you on the next one.